Hello and welcome to Asia Today with news from the world's largest continent. I'm Neela Eyunni in Beijing. Great to have you with us tonight. First, here are the headlines. A warm welcome to you. About 3,000 lawmakers from across the country have arrived in Beijing for the annual session of the National People's Congress, which begins tomorrow. And Professor, we saw there that China has really been laying the groundwork for economic diplomacy in the past year. We heard about some of the major events in 2014. How is that likely to impact China's economic ties this year? And do you think this policy of economic diplomacy will continue? And one of Asia's most populous cities, Jakarta, is under threat of literally being swallowed into the ground. The capital is facing a dire threat from its rapid urban development and rising seawater, but the government has launched a giant effort to save it. Now, for more insight and perspectives into this ice-breaking trip, we are joined live by our correspondent Daniel Khan in Islamabad and Dr. B.R. Deepak, the managing editor of Think India Quarterly in New Delhi. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on the program tonight. A pleasure to have you. Dr. Deepak, we'll start with you. This visit by India's foreign secretary is really seen as a mending of bilateral ties, but on a larger scale, too. It's also part of the SAARC Yatra. He's not just going to Pakistan, many other countries he traveled to as well. So really, what is India's goal and focus for this visit? Now, more on Pakistan. In Karachi, the country's largest port city, over 1,000 ambulances have been placed across the city to deal with situations ranging from earthquakes to bomb attacks. But as overpopulation worsens in recent years, crime and violence have become more concentrated in the city's poor areas. And for more on this, joining us now is Liu Youfa, a former vice president of the China Institute of International Studies. Pleasure to have you on the program this evening. The two sides have pledged greater cooperation financially, as we talked about there. But with China heading up the AIIB and Japan giving money to the ADB, does this make them competitors?
Several of the victims of the blast were Chinese, as he mentioned, and China is demanding answers. CCTV's Neela Eyunni joins us live from Beijing with that part of the story.
Hi, Mike. China's embassy in Thailand says 6 Chinese nationals are among the dead. They include 2 from Hong Kong who were 19 and 24 years old. The embassy says another 22 Chinese have been hospitalized. 2 of those being treated are from Hong Kong and 3 are from Taiwan.
Let's go to Beijing now, where CCTV's Neela Eyunni has reaction from the families. Neela.
Good morning from Beijing. Elaine, 154 of the passengers were from China. The confirmation about the wing section came during the night here, but it woke up the internet. On China's largest social media platform, Weibo, comments are full of sadness. So while for decades China was known as the land of the bicycle, it may soon be the land of new drivers. If that is, they can pass the test. Neela Eyunni, CCTV, Beijing.
And yet we are having all these performances.
It's nice to have some
from international artists
elements
from anywhere.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, I think the Spring Festival is really attracting an international audience now. So there's maybe more of a need to show these types of performances from people all over the world. And that's all for today's program. For the latest news from Asia and beyond, you can follow CCTV News on Weibo, Twitter, and Facebook. And for all our video updates, subscribe to the CCTV News YouTube channel. I'm Neela Eyunni in Beijing. As always, thanks for watching and have a great weekend.